Hi guys, my name is Catherine and I wanted to start making some knitting videos where I just solely talk about my knitting. I've been putting my knitting in with my writing vlogs, but I actually want to make just a separate segment, I'm not sure, of my channel that is just basically all about my knitting. So I'll do a quick introduction to those that haven't watched my writing videos. So I live in Australia and I live in a small city called Adelaide, which is in the southern part of Australia. Just recently my partner and I moved to a very small country town called Mount Barker, and we're getting used to country life. We've been here now for about 6 months and I think we are just starting to slowly unwind and relax into this new place. We bought a house and land package and that started to be built in February and it was completed in July, so we've been here ever since. It's a really lovely little house. It's a 3-bedroom cottage. It doesn't have any luxurious features or anything fancy about it. It's just a very practical small house, very basic layout. It just has 1 bathroom, for example. I get to have a studio, yay, and a laundry and different things like that, which is great because before we lived in a very small 2-bedroom unit just out of the city. So yeah, it's different, but we're both very happy here. We are getting our garden set up and different cool things like that, and it's great. It's great. We also have a puppy named Howl, and we've had him since we moved here, pretty much. I think we got him about a month after we moved here. I'm also very nervous. I always get nervous in my videos. So onwards with the knitting. Well, I'll give you a short history of my knitting and how I got into it. Basically, when I was growing up, I spent a lot of time at my auntie's house and she knitted every day, all day. She literally knitted all of the time. I don't remember ever seeing her without a knitting pattern sitting next to her. Like, she was a knitter. And then when I was a bit older, there was a school project and we had to make a teddy bear, knit a teddy bear, which I thought was kind of advanced for young children to just kind of knit their own teddy bear. But anyway, that was the assignment, and so I learned to knit that way, I guess. That was my first ever time knitting, or my first ever experience knitting, and it was extremely difficult for me because I'm a left-handed knitter and absolutely everybody that I know or that I knew as a child was a right-handed knitter. So I couldn't find anybody at all to help me learn the stitches and how to do it and all of that, but somehow or another I managed it and I made the teddy bear. I was really proud of that. And then I didn't really knit again until I was about 12 or 13, and I just had this sudden urge to knit. And my mum also was a knitter, but she also did a lot of other things. She did embroidery and sewing. She used to make kids' toys and different things on the sewing machine. And clothes. She used to love making me dresses to wear to church. And I never wanted to wear dresses ever. That was a little bit of a failure, and you know, that probably wasn't a great experience for my mum. I have 2 older brothers, so I guess when I came along she thought, yay, I can finally make all this girly stuff. And unfortunately I was just never the girly type. So yeah, so I got this urge to knit one day and I asked my mum, could I please borrow some wool and some knitting needles, and she did, and I just knitted. I just started knitting I went into this big knitting phase. I was like, spent months working on this very basic scarf, and it was terrible because I was dropping stitches and my knitting was too tight and everything. It was wrong. Everything wrong that you could possibly do knitting, I did it. And I just liked it. I had a lot of fun doing that. And I guess I've been knitting ever since then. I never really gave it up. I think I've knitted something pretty much every year since then. But now, lately, in the last probably 4 years, I've knitted pretty regularly, probably something, I don't know, I just knit all the time pretty much since 4 years ago. I'm not sure why, but yeah, I just started to get really, really into it, and I just find it's very relaxing, very calming, and I just love working on different patterns. I like, you know, trying new things. I like to add things to patterns myself and see if they work or not. And sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And I just like working on straight needles. I tried circular needles last year and it was an absolute disaster. I don't know why, but I could not get it. I don't know why. So yeah, straight needles, and I don't mind using, you know, very fine needles or very large needles. I like all of them. I like the full range. So that's pretty much my knitting history, I guess. It's only now that I'm starting to really get a lot more confidence and I'm trying a lot of different things. So that's probably why I would like to make this sort of these knitting videos, because then I can share with you guys what I'm doing. And also, I don't know anybody yet in this town that knits. And I'm sure that there are, because it's a country town, and I don't know why, but I always think country people equals craft and things like that. So I will show you what I'm working on. So I will show you guys what I'm working on, and I think I will pretty much leave it at that. I don't want to make a very long video to start with, just because I want to see how it goes and everything else. But I do have quite a lot of things to show you. So let's start. I'll start with finished projects. My second last finished project, oh my god, that was hard to say. I made my mom a shawl for Christmas, and it was probably about that long. It was quite a long thing, and yeah, it had like little sleeves and it sort of draped around the back, and then it came up here. I did show it in my last writing blog, and yeah, but I sent that away. I just sent that away a couple of days ago, so it gets to her. I live a long way away from my family. My entire family is in another state, and yeah. Anyway, so I sent that away, so I can't show you guys that. But now my partner's sister in Ecuador, South America, is pregnant with her first child, and she's the first out of the 4 sisters to become pregnant. And that's a very special thing, and I wanted to make something for the baby. So I've never ever knitted anything for children ever before, or babies ever before. So this was my first ever baby project, and it actually was so easy, and it took me like 1 day to make. It was just one afternoon actually. It was really easy, and I'm really happy with it, and it's a bit different as well. So here it is. Ta-da! It's a little vest, and I crocheted the edges as well. Probably not the neatest crochet, but then again, I don't really know how to crochet. I only know how to do this particular stitch. I think it's like chain stitch or something. But anyway, I watched a video on YouTube and I learned how to do it for this project. And I think I kind of pulled it off. So I still need to wash that and block it out. But anyway, that's finished. So that's different. And then the next thing I'm knitting for the baby is this little, I should actually show you the pattern, shouldn't I? I will. So that's the vest. Just not very colourful like mine. And they also crocheted their edges. That's why I wanted to crochet the edges on that one. The next one I have is, show you the picture first. It's this one here. I'm not doing the hat because my partner doesn't like it. She seems to think it looks like a bag. And it does actually look a bit like a bag because it's a square box thing with an opening. And that's as far as I've got. Just a tiny thing. And that's the wool. It's a very small wool and it has a bit of a sheen on it. I hope you can see that. And yeah, this is just the back panel. And that's the very edging of it at the bottom. So that's it. These needles are 3.25s. I should actually back up a little bit and show you the wool that I used to make the this vest, and that was this wool here. So it's very colourful. I don't know why, but to me it just says kids. And then the blue wool, so the wool that I'm using to make this is this wool here. Hope that's in focus. And this is actually baby's wool. The other one isn't baby's wool, it's just wool. I'm not sure what else you would call that. Anyway, so that's those two projects for the little baby. Now, the next one I'm working on is for me, and it's a jumper. And I've had, it has been a disastrous experience so far. I've had to restart this jumper 4 times. This is my 4th attempt to make it, and I don't know why, because it's a very basic design, and I will show you the picture for that. So this is the pattern, oh, this is the jumper. I really like it. It is very classic, I think, and I don't know, I just like it. That I would give it a go. And I've never knitted a jumper ever before, so this is my first ever attempt. This might be why it's taken me 4 times to get it right. Anyway, I won't go into the whole disaster story, we'll just move on. But basically, this is the wool that I was going to do the whole thing in, and I don't have enough, and I'm just going to leave it at that. So I've decided to colour block it. And I'm using this wool here, and it's black and it has a little bit of grey flecks in it. I'm not sure if this is picking it up. It's very nice, very, very soft wool. And I don't actually have the wool tag for this wool. Oh, actually, yeah, no, I don't, no. Okay, so this is it. This is as far as I've gotten. I've added this detail because I just wanted to make it different, because I was so tired of knitting the same thing over and over and over again. So yeah, and this is going to be the back panel, and the back, front, and the sleeves, the cuffs of the sleeves are going to have this detail. And then the rest will just be in this wool here. And it's very nice wool. It's very soft and it's shiny as well. So that's pretty much all my projects that I'm working on. And so that is just two, actually, just two projects and finish. Okay, now it was my birthday, my 31st birthday the other day, last Tuesday, and today is Saturday. So yay me. I feel like I'm getting older very fast, and that time has just, my life has just gone, you know, and I'm actually okay with it. Initially, when the thought of turning 31 sort of came to me, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get old. I don't want to look old. What am I gonna do? But now I'm actually okay with it, and I'm thinking, you know what? People aren't so judgy of people in their, you know, 30s, 40s, 50s plus. Like, if you want to wear a certain style of clothes, people just accept that and go, oh yeah, that's just, you know, that's just them, that's what they wear. Whereas when you're younger, like in your teens and in your early 20s, people are so judgmental and like, oh, look what she's wearing, she shouldn't wear that. And blah, blah, blah. I don't know, it's not the fashion, that's not the style, that's not this season. All that goes on, and now I don't have to worry about that. I can just wear what I want to wear and I feel cool. Like, I feel like, yeah man, I can totally rock it. Why not, you know? People don't seem to mind anymore. And same with like hobbies, because I'm a very crafty person, and generally people in their teens or 20s, I don't know, they do get a lot of, they cop a lot of slack for doing things. So, you know, like people like in Australia, people think knitting is just for elderly people. And if you're young, you shouldn't be knitting because you're being an old person or something. I don't know, there's a lot of that, and lots of different things. And yeah, so I'm kind of glad now that I'm getting older, and I'm looking forward to it. I feel like I can sort of chill out a bit and not worry about comments and different things. Anyway, so for my birthday, my very good friend Kylie got me this book. And this book is crochet, because I don't know how to crochet and I want to learn how to crochet, so I'm very thankful that she went ahead and got this for me. And it came with these, they're called boy crochet, it's like a little packet of the boy crochet things, which is probably a good starter kit, with a little yarn needle and some stitch markers as well. And in here it actually teaches you all of the techniques, and then it also gives you projects, and the projects revolve around making things for your dog. And I have a little dog now, little puppy, and I can make him these cool things. And that's a good way to learn crochet, and it teaches you how to read crochet patterns and different things, because that, for me, that was the hard part. Like, I can watch somebody on YouTube do crochet, but then I can't read a pattern because I don't know what they're even talking about, and all these weird things, symbols and stuff, and it's just like, what is even going on? Like, looks like alien language here. So yeah, it just goes through and shows you how to go about each technique, and that's really cool. So I'm looking forward to that. The plan is to master one technique at a time as like homework, and yeah, and learn how to crochet, and that'd be great, because I think there's a lot of cool stuff that you can crochet that knitting just doesn't, you can't do in knitting. You can do lace knitting and different things, but it's not quite the same. And I always think crochet is more of like a hardier thing, like knitting can be a little bit delicate. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more, subscribe. If you liked it, like it, please. And comment below, because I love comments. And if you want to check out my writing vlogs, go ahead. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue doing the writing vlogs, if I'm also going to be doing the knitting videos, but we'll see. For this year though, for the rest of this year, it's December the 10th today. I think I'm just going to take it easy on the videos and just wind down for the end of the year. And what else can I say? That's it, really. I just hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the new year. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I will see you in January. Bye.